Good morning students. Today we have to study about few important topics. That is first one, that is conservation of minerals. You know that minerals are non-renewable. One day it can be exhausted. So the formation of mineral, for the formation of mineral, thousands of years are needed. And the rate of formation is smaller than the rate of human consumption. So when we consume a large quantity of minerals, but at the same time the rate of formation is less, one day minerals can be exhausted. So what we have to do, we have to conserve the minerals. How we can conserve the minerals? We can reduce, reuse and recycle. And another way, we can use scrap minerals, scrap metals. Then we can find out some substitute. This way we have to increase our conservation of the mineral. Otherwise one day minerals can be exhausted. Okay. So next we have the power resources. Mainly the power resources are of two types. One is known as conventional. Conventional is also non-renewable. And second one, that is known as non-conventional. Non-conventional resources are renewable. Which are they and what are the important differences that we have to study in the next topic. First thing, we can study about the conventional sources of energy or conventional resources which are non-renewable. Okay. So conventional sources, I have told you what are the difference between this conventional and non-conventional. Let us study, let us just analyze. Conventional resources are conventional resources are much polluted, or it makes too much pollution, and non-conventional are less polluted. Okay. Another important difference is that conventional resources can be exhausted, non-conventional cannot be exhausted. Third thing, conventional resources are commonly used, but non-conventional is rarely used everywhere. Commonly used is conventional. For a long period of time, we depend upon the conventional sources. These are the few differences between these two. Now let us discuss first about the conventional resources. Conventional resources are non-renewable, means it cannot be renewed, or it needs too many millions years to for its formation. So one day it can be exhausted. Which are these conventional sources? First important conventional resource is firewood. So here we are studying about the power resources. In this first important conventional resource is firewood. Firewood is basically or commonly in the rural areas, people depend upon firewood for energy and fuel. And people use firewood mainly for cooking, lighting, etc. And this firewood has some important drawbacks and merits and demerits. What are the merits? That is, mainly in the rural areas it is easy to get, easily accessible. Second thing, that common people depend mainly on the firewood. Then demerits, we can say it is more polluted. Okay. So firewood make more pollution. Another thing, it can lead to deforestation. So firewood, when we collect more firewood, what would happen? One day firewood, more collection of firewood can lead to deforestation. These are the important merit and demerit of this. Next important power resource, that is known as coal. Coal is the abundantly used power resource. Means mainly in our country people use for power generation. Coal is known as the buried sunshine because it is buried deep under the ground in the swamps and marshy areas. And another thing, that coal is the from coal we can generate electricity, that is known as thermal electricity or thermal power. So thermal power plants are, many thermal power plants are located in our country. And mainly coal producing areas in our country, we can see Dhanbad, then Bokaro in Jharkhand, then Jharia, Raniganj, etc. are some of the important places where coal is produced. So, coal is one of the important abundantly used fossil fuel. And we can also make some demerits and merits of this coal. Merits are it is extensively used. And another important merit is that efficiently it can be converted to energy or power generation efficiently. It is one of the important efficient resource to convert to electricity. Demerits, we can say it is also one of the important pollutant, or it makes more pollution. Okay, and another important demerit is we can say that coal is bulky to transport. So these are the important merits and demerits of coal. Now let's discuss about next important energy resource, that is known as petroleum. Petroleum is mainly found in the deep under the ground in the oil fields, and this petroleum when it is found and buried under the ground and it is extracted, and in the liquid form it is known as, from petroleum we get the liquid form, it is known as crude oil, and the gaseous form, that is known as natural gas. So petroleum is one of the important energy resource. Okay, and petroleum is derived, the word derived from petra and oleum. Petra means rock and oleum means oil, so it is known as rock oil. And from this crude oil, when it is extracted, the liquid form I have told you, that is crude oil, when it is processed we get many byproducts like kerosene, then petrol, diesel, then plastic, many lubricants, etc. we get by this process. So in our world, petroleum producers are Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, etc., Iran, Iraq, etc. These countries produce more petroleum. In our India, main petroleum production comes from Digboi in Assam, and Bombay High, Mumbai High also some petroleum deposits are found. Then petroleum is also known as petroleum and its derivatives altogether, it is known as black gold. So these are the important things that you have to remember in this petroleum. Okay, there are many merits and demerits for petroleum even. What are those merits? Petroleum is easy to transport in the tanker, etc. you have seen. So such easy to transport, petroleum is easy to transport. Another thing that petroleum is main base for many petrochemical industries. What are the demerits? Demerits we can say same as pollution. It creates many pollution. Another thing that it can create some leakages or oil spillage or leakages. And important energy resource in the conventional source, that is natural gas. I have told you that natural gas is associated, or it can be seen in association with the petroleum deposits. When we extract petroleum, the gaseous state or gaseous form, we get the natural gas. So natural gas is very clean fuel actually. It does not create any pollution. And it is easy to transport even, because through the pipelines we can transport natural gas. And another important thing, that is natural gas is produced in our country in the Krishna Godavari river basin, Tripura, etc. Natural gas is found. Next, another important resource, power resource, is mainly commonly in our country it is seen, that is hydel power. Hydel power, rainwater or river water is collected in a reservoir, and the water which fall from the fall to the turbine, and the turbine move and generate electricity. So this electricity generation, through that we get the hydel electricity, and after generating the electricity, the water is used for irrigation purpose. So mainly hydel power plants in our country, which include Bhakra-Nangal, Hirakud, Sardar Sarovar, etc. Many such hydel power plants are there in our country. Then these are the important conventional sources of conventional energy resources that we have studied today.